excited that it's coming back, that it's happening. Great fan, Zack Snyder, huge. Now I'm blanking. That's a terrible thing to waste a mind. Punch.
Oh, Sucker Punch.
Sucker Punch. Thank you. Yes, huge fans of Sucker Punch. And so when we found out that he would be at the helm of Superman, we were very excited. So I think it's going to be great. I mean, the man obviously knows what he's doing. It's a terrific cast of actors. You know, look, everybody has their favorite Batman. All these things are very personal. I have to wait to see how he looks in the mask, because for me it's about lips. The Batman mask on, and then we'll see.
Brown coat over there. Hey. No, I meant brown coats, that's like the Firefly. Yeah, okay. Football reference. Yep, you're right there. Yep,
Yeah.
you got it.
Yes.
Had Firefly not been canceled, where would you have liked Joss Whedon to take the show?
To Fiji. Too many sandy, dirty desert nights. There were so many places to go. There was so much left unsaid. I still don't know what the mystery behind Book's life is. The whole love triangle. Was it triangle? Was it really love triangle? Duty, your duty to your captain versus your duty to your husband. I would have loved to have gotten Zoe knocked up. That would have been great.
Holding a gun.
Yeah. And what would she look like? It's, a child that Wash and Zoe would make. What does that look like? I've often said that one of my favorite scenes would be I'm looking for this kid. I'm looking for this kid all over the ship, and of course, he or she is with Jane, and he's teaching them about guns. That's my job.
It, of course, is a Firefly question. In the movie, because you were such a close-knit group, when you read the script or when you were shooting the scenes and Wash dies and Book dies, how did that affect you and the rest of them to really sort of feel like that chapter was over? Or
I just remember thinking, okay, I must be next. Turning the page, it's like all bets were off. There were a couple of times while I was reading the script the first time through that I had to close it and just walk away. And then I sort of pick it up again. It was, the irony being, we didn't think it would happen. It was a miracle beyond miracles that it did happen, and it was moving forward. And here I have this script that is sort of a symbol of all of us coming back together and sort of putting a really pretty bow on it. And now I'm losing my friends. So it was bittersweet in that way, but there was also finality. There was a definite finality to what we knew the movie would be, because it was putting a bow on it. It was trying to. I remember Joss saying it was the 2 years. It was condensing the 2 years that he had projected, as a life for the show. At the very least, 2 years, all stuffed into 90 minutes. It was, it's just that. It's just bittersweet, but I'm so happy that we got a chance to do it. Yeah.
Next question, right there in the blue shirt, second one.
Actually, with the proliferation of quality cable TV, Netflix bringing back a cult show like Arrested Development, any chance Firefly could do something?
I really don't think so. I'm sorry. Never say never. It's certainly not in my hands. It continues to live a little bit in the comic book editions that come out every now and then. I don't see it. We're all, we're all happy actors who are working in vastly different things. And Morena's busy. She's doing Homeland and doing great. Jewel's working. Everyone, Nathan, Adam. So it would be tough to bring us all back together. Maybe, Firefly Junior will come. But yeah, I just don't think that's Joss's focus right now.
Question over there with the glasses. Yeah.
Hi.
Mine's not a Firefly question. I was a big fan of Alias, and I was a big fan of Anna Escalante. I was just always wondering how you liked playing that role, because she was so bad.
She was delicious. Yes, she was great. I love Anna. I loved Anna. I love that that I had a little bit to do with her her birth, her origin. She was obviously conceived as a Russian character, and then they were good enough to see me, and J.J. Abrams was sitting there going, "Okay, well, you don't have to do a Russian accent." And I said, "But I can." and you could see his wheels kind of turn, and he said, "Okay." And then April Webster, who was casting it, said, and she's Cuban, so she can do it in a Cuban accent. And he said, "Well, can you?" I said, "Yes, I can." And so I ended up doing the audition in both accents, and was hired, and then was in sort of a story meeting. And he said, "Well, obviously we think that you should do it with a Spanish accent." And I said, "Why?" And he said, "Well, I said, "No." The Cubans and the Soviet Union had a very long-standing relationship, and there are a lot of Russians running around looking like me. So why not have me be one of the last of the Cold War babies? And that's a line that they actually used in the thing, and it worked great. And I think people sort of loved her because it sort of fit in with that thing. It's like, oh, fun! Okay. So I loved her. I loved her for that. And she was she loved her job. Yes, she did.
So you came back in the final season. What was it like to watch Jennifer Garner play Anna Espinosa playing Sydney Bristow?
It's so complicated. I remember writing to her and going, I felt a little robbed. I think I was actually working at the time, which is why they had to sort of figure out how to put an end to all of that. But I did go into the pool. I went into the tank and came out her. If it were only that easy. But I just always thought that was one final battle. Like, we deserved that. We spent so many seasons kicking each other's asses all up and down, LA, that we deserved one final battle. And so she killing me, killing herself was,
That's what fan fiction.
Yeah.
Guy in the suit right there, you've been playing.
Okay, so you're starstruck of Lawrence Fishburne. Has anyone been starstruck with you, but you were also starstruck with them?
Oh. That's a good question. I don't know. I think those of us who are in the business try to kind of keep the geek down when you're meeting another person who you've loved and admired and have watched for so many years, because you don't want to be like the fan. You don't want to sort of, kind of stalk them in the trailer. But let's see, I Oh my God, yes! I can't believe I forgot this. I was at a Comic-Con in Philly recently, about a couple of months ago, and Henry Winkler loves Suits. He's a huge Suits fan, and he just, so I went to his booth because I was like, Mr. Winkler, I didn't have to say. And he turned around and went, oh my God, you are doing, you come here. And I called my husband. I said, I've been hanging out with the phone. He said, what? What? Yeah. So Mr. Winkler, he's fantastic, and he's a fan of mine.
If anyone has a question behind that pillar, I really can't see anyone, so I don't want anyone to be forgotten, so just walk to that. You over there with the sword. Yeah.
Sword?
Was there any role that you played that really got your agent's phone ringing and started to really launch your career, or has it just been a gradual increase of awareness out there more and more and more, and it's wonderful to see? But was there a particular role that really people started to watch?
I think it was, it was Alias. It was definitely Alias. Alias had a much broader viewership than the things that I had done prior. Of course, Firefly was, I did the first season of Alias and then Firefly happened.